Alrighty, boys and girls, it is time to tackle a character from one of Smash's smallest franchise roster, Fire Emblem. Now it's important to remember, while the Fire Emblem characters are all diverse both in appearances and their wildly different movesets, if you pay very close attention, you may spot a few similarities in their playstyle. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? But if you look as closely as I have at the entire Fire Emblem representation roster, you may be able to find some similarities there that can help translate how to play the new entry in this dismal Fire Emblem representation. When maining Byleth, you're not just another sword user, you're the abuser. The featured teacher turned preacher, the aggressor professor, reminding all others they are lesser. For if you thought this Fire Emblem rep was a waste of space, then buddy, learn your place. Hey guys, before we get back to the video, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. You blew my expectations out of the water. If you watched my last video, the How to Main King K rule, you should know that I wanted to get to 100 subscribers by the end of March. Well, we're not even in March yet by the time that I'm recording this, and we're at 92. We're only 8 subscribers away from actually getting to 100 subscribers, like a month before my goal to even hit it. So again, everybody who subscribed and everybody who watches my videos, thank you guys so much. You really brighten my day. You have no idea. Like I wake up every day knowing that I get to make videos, even if it's for a small crowd, but for people who enjoy my content and take something home from this. And thank you guys so much. Anyways, back to the video. But there's one thing you need to remember. When playing Byleth, we don't just main the character, but we main a costume as well. And depending on what costume you decide to main, it communicates to your opponent and other Byleth mains something different entirely. Here's a quick, unbiased list of what I mean.
Let the lesson begin.
Yeah, I actually either didn't have time to pick a costume or I haven't really played Fire Emblem Three Houses before. In my free time, I like to type entire novels filled with the words uwu and owo about my favorite animes on Reddit forums, yet somehow I stumble upon trying to form full cohesive sentences when face to face with someone of the opposite sex. When I played through Fire Emblem Three Houses for my first time, I chose the Golden Deer because I like being different than the norm, and if I could just take Claude shirtless and If you main Edelgard, congratulations, you are now in the 99th percentile of everybody who played Fire Emblem Three Houses and picked the Black Eagles. And if you have not already, you will probably tell me who your favorite waifu is after this set. If you play as Dimitri, you picked the correct house during your playthrough of Three Houses, and you probably suffered through hardcore mode and much turmoil in life, like having to sift through the lies that Edelgard and Claude are better choices. If you picked Sothis, you believe that you can't fully grasp the complex character that is Byleth, unless you have played Three Houses previously. So if someone plays as basic male Byleth, God forbid, this feels like a personal attack to you. Now, if you play as enlightened male Byleth, that probably means that you've completed Three Houses, all 3 houses actually, and probably all 3 on hardcore mode. Or you've actually never played the game before and you just didn't want to be mistaken as a basic male Byleth skin. Just like basic female Byleth, you're still uwu waifu garbage pile of trash. But you know. You know, I hear you all saying it.
Byleth isn't just another sword-wielding anime character. She has a lance, bow, and an axe. She's on top of her sword. She's also kind of cute, though.
Well, you know what? You're right. Byleth isn't just another anime sword character, even though it looks like this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and that one, and this one, and that one. But you know what? You're right. Byleth has projectiles, it has super armor, and some strong moves, like this one, this. Now listen here, if you're a real Byleth main, you should be able to understand what I'm about to tell you, okay? Alright, listen closely. Ha ha ha. Watashi wa Jibun no Onara o Kagu no ga Suki. Watashi wa Hitori de Shinatai. Danguri wa Jayohkay hakedesu. Sumisaki osu Chakashi. Watashi wa Kami to anime o Watashi no soba ni mote imasu. See, you can tell that I'm a real Byleth main because I speak fluent Japanese. But for the people who do not main Byleth, this is for you. I'm gonna go over very quickly what Byleth can do in game, so you can kind of understand what she brings to the table. As you stated earlier, Byleth isn't just another sword user. She also has a lance, a bow, and an axe. So let's go over those, shall we? When introducing this character, Sakurai himself said that this was going to be a special case, that it wasn't just another Fire Emblem sword user, that this uses multiple things. Byleth uses multiple weapons. Depending on what direction of the move you use, or action or input that you use, Byleth uses different things. For instance, forward, backwards usually uses the lance. Down is normally the axe, whereas upwards is the sword, and neutral is the bow. Fail not. If any of that directional bullshit made sense, well, congratulations. If not, let me run it down one more time for you. Forward smash uses the lance. Backward smash uses the lance. Downward smash uses the axe. Upward smash spins a little sword thingy. And this is the exact same pattern when used in the air, except if you use a neutral air, it spins the bow around. But honestly and personally, I wouldn't equate this with something that's special as in unique and fun, but more as something that's special like short bus.
Funny story is, I know you can't tell, but I can actually make that joke because I have a history with being special. Isn't that funny?
Speaking of funny and special though, Byleth has some pretty funny special moves. Byleth's forward and backward special move actually uses the lance to sweep harder than Dick Van Dyke, which is a surefire way to keep people off the stage. And if it's online, then you're almost guaranteed a win using this move consistently. Because as we all know, everybody who plays online has probably one collective brain cell. Now, for my fans that were here from last video, How to Main King K. Rool, and before, you should understand that there's a little thing called super armor. And boy, oh boy, does Byleth have some damn good Pound B super armor. Like, holy shit, how is this even allowed? I mean, it out super armors freaking Ganondorf's up tilt. What? Like, what is this? What? Now, Byleth's neutral special uses Fail Not, a bow and arrow, like at least 6 other characters on this roster. You can do some cheeky things with it. But if you hold down the B button, it does something special. When the person behind the controller playing Byleth decides to hold down the neutral B button long enough, they are now tied into a commitment stronger than your parents' marriage. Because once you're in this commitment, there's no way to get out unless acted upon some outside force. And if the poor soul playing against Byleth decides to not intervene, Byleth will then use Zelda's final smash as a neutral B attack. Sorry, I kind of laughed a little bit there while reading the script. That's actually really stupid. And the best for last, the most special, the up special. Now, if used as a recovery, you can use it almost anywhere off stage or under stage to recover, including directly underneath the fucking stage. And God forbid you don't actually hit the ledge, it will still pull you towards the stage and you can use it again. And if that wasn't special enough, if you decide to use the up special against your opponent who is at 40% or above, you spike them. Guaranteed. You grab them, you jump off of them, and you spike them downwards. So if you get them off the stage and then you up special them, they better start praying, because if God doesn't intervene, just like a rehab repeat offender, they're about to get wasted. Deadass, the best advice I can give you is just try the character out. Don't be upset that the 5th character released for the DLC was Byleth instead of somebody else. You're still gonna get 6 more characters, whoop-de-doo. You'll get the character that you want eventually. Just try it out. If Byleth isn't your cup of tea, then don't play Byleth. But if you really like Byleth, or if you really like Three Houses, check out Byleth. Byleth is actually surprisingly fun. It gives me some Mega Corrin vibes, though, of like how Corrin was a little bit different than the other Fire Emblem casts. But, you know, what can you do? We got another Fire Emblem character. We got another anime sword user. Whoop-de-doo. But this one's a little fun. Just remember this, boys and girls. Byleth is one teacher you do not want to mess with. Because if you do, you'll be taught a lesson you will never forget.